Long before history was written, before the first empires rose and fell, there was an angel, radiant and powerful. His light rivaled the very stars. But he fell, not by accident, but by choice, driven by a desire for something more, a pride that whispered promises of greatness. He defied the heavens. His name, once sung in celestial choirs, became a hushed secret, a symbol of rebellion and the immense consequences that follow a single choice. He descended to earth, his wings casting shadows that stretched across the continents. Mortals couldn't see him, not really, but they felt his presence. A sudden chill in the wind, a fleeting shadow over a mountain peak, a new idea sparking in a restless mind. His arrival was a turning point for all of creation. It was the moment free will, temptation, and divine law collided in a struggle that would forever shape the destiny of humankind. He didn't come empty-handed. He brought gifts of forbidden knowledge, the secrets of fire, the art of forging metal, the mysteries of the stars. With each revelation, humanity's power grew, but so did its capacity for corruption. Cities sprang up from the dust, and with them the first wars. Kings rose, their wisdom tainted by a newfound ambition. The angel walked among them, a silent teacher, a hidden tempter. He was guiding humanity toward its incredible potential, but also toward great peril. He revealed the hidden truths of the cosmos, the dance of the planets, the rhythms of the seasons, the unseen energies of nature. To some, this was enlightenment. To others, it was a temptation to seize power for themselves. And all the while, the angel watched, calculating, observing, subtly shifting the course of events. He understood a fundamental truth. Knowledge is power, but power without wisdom can shatter worlds. His presence did not go unnoticed. The Watchers, a legion of angels assigned to guard the earth, confronted him. They warned of divine judgment, of the sacred balance he was threatening to tear apart. But he was resolute. He believed humanity had to be awakened, to taste power for itself, to reach for the heavens on its own terms. And so, the celestial realms prepared, knowing his actions would ignite a fire that could either illuminate the world or consume it. The angel's influence seeped into the very bloodlines of humanity. Certain men and women became vessels for his forbidden wisdom, their children inheriting a spark of this celestial fire. These lineages, scattered across the globe, carried both immense potential and terrible danger. Kings, priests, warriors, and sages were shaped in ways they could never comprehend, their destinies forever tied to the choices of this one fallen being. As centuries turned to millennia, the angel's deeds faded into legend. His story was fractured into 1,000 myths, half-remembered tales of gods and titans who brought fire to mortals. Yet his influence remained. It could be felt in the rise and fall of empires, in the spread of secret societies dedicated to preserving his knowledge, and in the emergence of humans capable of both extraordinary creation and unspeakable destruction. He stood as a silent witness to it all. He saw the corruption that festered in the hearts of men, the wars that stained the continents red, and the secret pacts made in shadows to carry his legacy forward. He understood the immense cost of his rebellion, not just for himself, but for the countless souls who would walk the paths he had illuminated. Yet he remained. The vision of humanity's ultimate potential burned brighter in his mind than any fear of judgment, and the heavens watched. From the throne of God, a divine awareness observed the unfolding drama. Messengers flew with urgent warnings and offered quiet counsel, but they were restrained by divine law. Free will could not be undone. Even the fallen angel could not escape the eternal gaze. Every action was recorded, every secret had its reckoning. Then the angel foresaw what was to come, the great flood, a cleansing wave that would wash the world clean and reshape the earth. He saw the bloodlines he had influenced. Some would be saved, some would be lost to the waters. But the knowledge he had shared would survive. It would be carried forward in whispers, hidden in sacred texts, and preserved in the shadows of human memory. Humanity had been forever changed, not just by what he taught, but by the choices it made in response. His influence was not just physical, but spiritual. He could touch the dreams of kings and the thoughts of prophets, shaping the moral compass of entire nations. Some embraced the power he offered, while others resisted, sensing a danger they couldn't name. Every decision became a test, another link in the chain of a grand cosmic story. He watched with a heavy heart as wicked rulers used his gifts for tyranny, but he also saw those who used forbidden knowledge to heal the sick, protect the weak, and light the way for others. He understood then that light and shadow were inseparable. The Watchers debated their next move. Some demanded immediate judgment, arguing he should be bound and exiled for eternity. Others counseled patience. They believed humanity must be allowed to learn from its own mistakes, that true wisdom could only be forged in the fires of experience. The angel listened to their celestial arguments, feeling the immense weight of his own pride and destiny. Through the ages, his deeds were woven into prophecies and sacred texts, hidden in plain sight. Those with the wisdom to look could decipher fragments of his influence, but most remained unaware, living lives shaped by a being whose motives were as tragic as they were noble. Great figures of history, like Enoch and Noah, glimpsed his presence, each interpreting his knowledge in ways that would define their era. His influence was a constant, subtle pressure, pushing humanity to grow, but also forcing it to confront its own inner darkness. The angel foresaw the end of days, a time when all forces would finally converge. The faithful and the fallen, the righteous and the corrupt, the hidden and the revealed. He understood that his choices, made at the dawn of time, would echo into that final moment, shaping not just the fate of the world, but the spiritual destiny of all creation. The stakes were higher than he had ever imagined. He saw messengers yet to come, prophets and warriors who would carry fragments of divine truth. Some would bear it with courage, others would twist it for their own selfish gain. He knew that even for him, redemption might be possible. He began to seek a path to reconcile his actions, to guide humanity toward true enlightenment, and to fulfill the purpose that first drew him to earth. But the shadow of his pride was long, and the path to reconciliation was perilous. As the vision of time reached its climax, the angel witnessed the final confrontation. Heaven and earth aligned, souls were weighed, and all secrets were brought into the light. He finally understood his true legacy. It wasn't just guidance or destruction, it was the gift of choice itself. The terrifying, beautiful capacity for humanity to rise, to fall, and to forge its own destiny in the space between light and shadow. And so, he remains. A figure of myth, a catalyst for our potential, and a timeless reminder that with great knowledge comes great responsibility. Humanity's story, forever intertwined with the fallen angel, continues to unfold, waiting for those brave enough to seek the truth hidden in the shadows. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the lore of ages, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more stories that explore the myths that shape our world. We'll see you in the next one.